be. You know that I miss you. I wanna get with you tonight.
Hi guys. It's been a minute, okay? It's been a minute. I actually I went on vacation for like the February break and I actually filmed something and completely deleted it because I looked not that good. And it was a good video too. I was not feeling the way I looked. Like the camera angle is just not not doing what I wanted it to do. So now I decided to film again. And my dog Max is joining me. And this will just be like a catch up video. Real quick, nothing crazy. Sorry, Max, but life has been busy, busy, busy. At a new job now. So, I had to do a lot of work in a short period of time. And I still have more work to do that I'm going to submit as time goes on. Because you know how it is if you are a new employee somewhere. It just takes time to get adjusted and to get everything done that you need to get done. But I'm liking it so far, and one of the teachers from my old school actually messaged me, and it made me think about how much I miss those kids that I used to provide services to. So, uh, like, we always have like a bittersweet moment when leaving a job or leaving a school or graduating. Like, it's always like you're happy to move on and to do more in life, but it is sad, and sometimes I feel sad about it, but because it's still fairly fresh. But yeah, so I've been so busy. I'm also doing my doctorate. I don't know if anyone knows that about me, but unless you're like on my OT page, Tara the OT, Tara.the OT on Instagram. If you're on there or you follow me there, you would know that I am doing my doctorate. The work has like upped itself this semester now, and so I find myself having to devote a lot more time to that. And I had to submit an assignment like 3 times because it just wasn't meeting the criteria. Like, that's what a doctorate really is. And it actually made me respect my doctorate. Like, wow, it has to be really good for me to be able to submit this. Like, I respect that because then I know that my work is quality once I do make a final submission. And I know that I was putting in that effort and that I have that level of education. That's like such a blessing. And I'm thankful for that. But it is still difficult, and I'm working after work, it's not easy. What else is new? There's always going to be something when you're a working adult that keeps you busy and keeps you from like posting on your YouTube channel. But it wasn't even that because, like, I think I had some good ideas written down. I told you I did the video in Hawaii and I just was not liking how I looked. I like HD cameras, but they can be scary. Like, I need to have a good angle, and it's so hard to get a good angle when you have a round face like mine and like you're not the skinniest, which I have no problem with, but it just translates a little bit weird on camera, especially those like Canon cameras. I swear they make me look like 2 times fatter than I am, and I don't like that, and I need to find a solution to that. And hopefully this comes out good. I tried to like zoom out a bit, get the whole area where I'm sitting. This is my couch. But yeah, that's the main gist of what I've been doing with my days. But I have to say, I do love my job. And I'm excited to just learn more things. Like, I like to learn, I've always liked to learn. And hopefully, I get to work in another setting as well at some point and get to experience that because you can do so much as an OT. It's really great. It's amazing. It's crazy, but it's amazing. I don't know about you, but if you're anything like me, I order from Amazon a lot. And I literally just recently ordered a shredder that goes on top of your garbage pail because I'm at that point in my life where I actually have documents to shred. Like, as an adult, I can't just put stuff, I'm trying not to curse, in the regular garbage. Like, I actually have to shred stuff. So I have that now. I'm literally looking at it. I got some therapy stuff. It's coming actually tomorrow, I think. Or maybe today. I'm going to go check actually. I got a whiteboard that stands up like a slant board, and I got new expo markers. I ordered one of those slimes from TikTok shop, and now it's in my therapy bag, and I put beads in it, so now the kids can use that. Um, yeah, this I got this like those like croc beach bags that were trending like a few months ago. I ended up getting one of those, and I got it extra large so I could fit everything. And then I'm also gonna carry my personal work bag, of course. But it's like the way I work now, I feel like I want to have all my essentials on me. I just recently took an accordion folder I had, and that one's gonna be my work one now, and I ordered a new one for like personal use. Yeah, so it's actually, I feel like official. I don't know how to explain it. It feels good having yourself together instead of being all over the place. And I even did the labels on the of like I did it in chronological order of A to G. Like I only had four, so I had to break up the alphabet in larger parts because I'm gonna put my information on certain clients in order, alphabetical order. I have lists of things in certain folders depending on what it starts with. Like, for example, makeup lessons or makeups. That is going to go under M. Like, just to make it simple, because I like to be organized, but I don't like to be super micro organized. Like, that is too much. So, this is going to work out for me. The bag is really comfortable to hold on my shoulder. Honestly, I'm just going to show it to you guys. Hold on. This is the bag. It's huge. I told you it was huge. This is where I carry all my stuff. Like, this is not my personal bag. This is just my stuff. I have my laptop in here too, my second laptop. I got, who knows? I got that accordion folder, got my chargers, I got um a couple things that this bag came with is like hooks to put like hand sanitizer, or like you can hook your car keys to like this croc little circle here. It's literally like the top of your croc, that type of material. And then I just have some other things in there. But yeah, I'm like slowly getting myself together. And this color is really cute, right? You can interchange this like in the summer and bring this to the beach because why not? But yeah, so that's the dealio. Um, and I went grocery shopping today, and I lugged that bag and my personal bag and four grocery bags up to my place because I really don't like. I'm not a second trip person. So yeah. And then I had some dinner, and then I went and got a pedicure because what girl doesn't need a pedicure? And I usually get one like every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty frequent with that just because of like going to the gym and my nails chip or your feet get calloused the more you exercise and run and wear like certain types of shoes. So, and that's what I'm doing a lot, like 5 days out of the week for real. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a pedicure like every 2 weeks. The other day, I don't want to. Sometimes I. Sometimes I don't want to. What did that make you think I was gonna play? Sometimes I don't want to go to the gym, or I'm not really looking to do like a workout, like a seriously rigorous cardio workout. So I started using like Pilates stuff at home, and it really works. It feels good. Like you're essentially doing what you do in a $50 Pilates class at home. I highly recommend just getting the Pilates equipment and using it at home. I got the ankle weights or the wrist weights. I got the ring that you press to work out those arms or those legs. I got a padding for your knees. I have a whole like TikTok shop Pilates board under there, and I have a new yoga mat. And I do use the yoga mat or the Pilates machine, and I do a lot of stretching on the yoga mat. And it's just like stretching in the evening makes my day. Yeah, so I did that the other day, the Pilates, because I haven't done that in a while at home, and it was very good. Highly recommend that with like a 20-minute walk before or after, and that's like a really good at home, easy peasy workout. That's not too intense. And I also had ballet last night, and I walked to ballet. So that was like my warm up, and that was nice because I just put on my headphones and listened to like a Theo Vaughn podcast. That man is so hilarious. So such a natural born comedian. Some people are naturally born to to do what they do. But he's just funny. But I like that he interviews regular people. I was watching him interview like a police officer. He has one with a coroner. Oh, he does have one with a coroner because I watched that. He has one with a plumber. I saw he had a female truck driver on his show. Like some of these episodes are like a couple years back, but yeah. And I also like the Joe Rogan podcast, but I haven't been watching that. Like I'm not up to date at all on anything going on with his podcast for like a few months now. But I think he's funny too. I'm on my last book in the Fourth Wing series. Such a good series. Like I love it. I was raving about Akatar by Sarah J. Moss for like 2 months. But when I picked up Fourth Wing, like I really and I love Akatar. Like I don't know, like some fantasy series are so good to me. And maybe it's because I have a preference for that, but oh man. Fourth Wing is really good. I'm on the last book, Onyx Storm. So good. I'm actually almost done. I might go ahead and finish it, kill it tonight. But I'm basically on that, and I'm also reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Very good writing. Like I forgot the author of that book because it's on my Kindle. I read it on my iPad. That is so well written. I'm like 75% through that book, but damn, like the writing is just so gorgeous. I want to read more by that author actually because I just love the way they describe things. They tell a story of a person and how it's a lot like the chapters bounce back in time over a few centuries in that book. Yeah, I love that one. I'm like 75% of the way done with that. What else? I don't think I'm currently reading anything else. What am I currently reading? Um hey, I actually want to read Hollywood Babylon, which is on Candace Owens Book Club's list of books to read. I think they already read it though. That is interesting to me. She's currently doing a case on Harvey Weinstein right now after having just covered a very scandalous, crazy story in France about the president there. And I just feel like her book recommendations are definitely going to be like out of this world interesting, like mind blowing. Anyway, so Hollywood Babylon is one of them, and then I also see that they're currently. I didn't join because you have to pay per month, and I just don't want to do that right now. Like I already have so much on my plate with reading for my doctorate. I can't be on a reading schedule, so to speak, and have something done by a certain day. So I just look at what they're reading, and I'm gonna try to keep my best to keep up. They're currently reading. I think it's called Chaos, and it's by some sort of journalist that covered the whole history of the CIA and Charles Manson and the murders and who knows what else. Los Angeles circa that time, 60s, 70s, and telling the readers information that they didn't know, like that there's still stuff that the public doesn't know that I guess he exposes in this book. So that's so interesting to me. Um so that's something I would like to read. I would also like to read um the documentary actually just came out on Hulu, but Cherie Frank, the daughter of Ruby Frank, she came out with a memoir called that I think it's called The House of My Mother. That I'm sure is gonna be a great read. If you're into like nonfiction and if you're into true crime and you're familiar with that case, I suggest reading that because it's just gonna bring in more light to that situation. What happened with those parents? Just the mom really just kind of being brainwashed by what's her name, Jody something. This like Mormon, essentially a cult leader, but she was like a supposed to be a therapist, and she had this whole therapy program called Connections with an X because she's just so innovative, and it was basically a man hating club if you listen to the content and also what the documentary was alluding to. And so it was like mainly catered towards women. which sounds good, and not the man hating part, but like having a women's group or some sort of empowerment movement. But it really wasn't that. It was expensive. She took a lot of people's money and counseling. She tried to force people to get into therapy. They ended up forcing Ruby's husband again to this like all men's group for addicted men. But although he didn't have any addictions, and Jody herself, a woman, was running a men's group. So odd, so strange. I think about it like this because I've been growing up. I grew up in a church setting, and so I'm used to like, the idea of having a women's group or a men's group or being familiar with those terms because I used to go to youth group and stuff, so like I know those terms, or having Bible studies or devotionals, whatever. So never in my 26 years of living have I ever heard of from any church, from any type of group on earth, of a woman running a men's group on addiction, including sexually related addiction. Ow. And like alcohol addiction and drugs and whatever is going on in their life that's supposedly causing these issues that she's tried to push on people. So weird, right? Like that just doesn't make any sense to me. That should have been a red flag that went off in people's heads right away. And it was just weird, the documentary, and I feel totally bad for those kids. But I really want to read her book because I want to just know more details and figure out, what exactly she went through. It's interesting, but it's also like sociology. Like people actually, she's probably not the only person on this. Ruby Frank is probably not the only person on this planet that thinks the way she thinks. If she still thinks that way, I don't know if there's any therapy for her. But like there are more people out there that have, strange or, out there views on things, and you just don't know because it's not advertised or it's not everywhere, right? So I think that's interesting. I do want to continue to read more nonfiction and like different genres of books and break up. Like I like to be very diverse in everything I do, so I want to have like a variety of different types of books to read when I can. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. He won't stop biting my hands. And I guess that's like all I have to say for now. I will definitely come up with something to really concretely talk about, but I do want to pray over it because I just wonder if some of the part of the reason that holds me back from making these videos is if because I'm not really supposed to be doing them, in the sense that part of me is like, wait, are you doing this because you really want to do it, or because I don't know, like, do I feel like it's meant for me to post on YouTube, or should I just keep it on Instagram or TikTok, or just share my private advice with people that talk to me, that ask for advice, or that are my friends? It's just like, I don't know. I'm going to think about it some more. But I did get a really nice comment on the last video I posted, and that was really encouraging and made me feel like, okay, maybe I should be posting more of like, things that I've gone through, or more of like my thoughts in life, because it is going to help somebody. And even if it's just one person, that does make a difference. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been thinking. Keep me in your prayers about that if you watch this, because I do want to continue to film, but I'm also, so picky about how I look in the video, and what am I going to talk about is what I'm going to talk about. Is it going to be worth people's time to listen to? Is anyone going to hear this or listen to this? Those kinds of things go through your head sometimes with social media. So, I hope you guys have a good night because I'm filming this tonight. And I will see you in the next video. And it was really nice to just to check in again and get reconnected. So I will speak with you guys later. Ciao.
Girl, you know I miss you. I just wanna kiss you.